Hello dear colleagues, I'm Shahida and I'm delighted to see you again in our Lingua T Club. I hope everything is just fine. Today we will have a revision lesson. My demo is based on the materials from the course book for the 3rd grade. That's Unit 6, Lesson 2, pages 87-89. The objective of today's lesson is to help students revise the pronunciation and spelling of the previously learned vocabulary, and to strengthen their skills in using the grammar structures, is it, in written and oral forms. Students will also revise how to make short and full positive and negative answers. Watch my lesson and think about how you can adapt it to your students' needs and interests. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Fine, that's great. Look at the board. What colors do you see? Let's name them all. Red, blue, green, yellow, black, white, brown, orange, purple, gray. Okay. Now tell me, which objects can be red? Apples, tomatoes, bananas. Are bananas red? No, they are yellow. What else is yellow? Lemon, duck. How about blue? Sky, pen. Okay, then black. Blackboard, pencil, hair. Yes, this can be. Orange. Orange is orange, you're right. Carrot is orange too. Apples can be green or yellow, that's true. All right, look at the board and read this sentence. It is a pen. Do you remember how we make questions for such sentences? Yes, we swap it and is. Now we have a question. Is it a pen? And how do we answer that question? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Open your books, please. Page 87, exercise 1. There are 6 pictures and 6 questions. Read the questions, look at the pictures, and write short answers in your copybooks. Work individually. Finished. Now, with your partners, ask each other and answer the questions. Okay, how many positive and negative answers do you have? 4 positive and 2 negative. What are the negative answers? Can you read them, please? Number 3. Is it yellow? No, it isn't. Number 6. Is it purple? No, it isn't. Correct. Look at the next task. There are some sentences and pictures. But look, the words in the sentences are not in order. Read, eat, van, is. Now, in your copybooks, put the words in the correct order and make sentences. For example, it is a red van. Then look at the pictures and match your sentences with the correct picture. Work individually, please. Have you finished? Let's have a look at your answers. Is everything the same? Good job. Look at me now. Is it a green marker? No, it isn't. It's a blue marker. We have 2 short answers to our questions. Look at the board. Is it a white cat? And we can say, yes, it is, or no, it isn't. But how do we make full answer? Look at the second picture. Is it a white cat? No, it isn't. It's a brown cat. Now we have the full answer. Look. Is it a blue book? No, it isn't. It's a white book. Let's go back to the exercise 1. Remember, there are 2 negative answers, but they are short. Let's make full answers. Look at the picture 3. Is it yellow? No, it isn't. It's purple. Number 6. Is it purple? No, it isn't. It's yellow. Good of you. Now you guys look around the classroom, point at different objects, and ask your partner questions. Try to use full negative answers. For example, is it a green door? No, it isn't. It's a white door. All right, look at the exercise 3. There is a picture and there is a text about this picture. Now read the text and compare it with the picture. What's the matter with the text? Oh, there are some mistakes. Read the text again and circle the mistakes. How many have you found? 4? 5? Yes, there are 5 mistakes. What are they? All colors are wrong. You're right. Look. And this is going to be your homework. Look at the exercise 4. In your copybooks, write a text about what you can see in the picture, this time with no mistakes. And be careful with the colors. That's it for today, boys and girls. See you. Goodbye. Welcome back, dear colleagues. Now we can have some tea time and discuss our demo lesson. The main focus of today's lesson was on vocabulary revision, but it was not the only skill students were practicing. During my demo, students were practicing the vocabulary from the previous lessons, revising the grammar structures with question forms and short or full negative answers. They were speaking and listening to each other and doing some writing tasks. Remember that we normally integrate several skills in our lessons, so that students have a chance to develop all aspects of language learning. As you remember, we started the lesson with a short warm-up game. What do you think were the main goals of this activity? You are absolutely right. These kind of games help students develop their critical thinking skills. And it's also a fun way to revise the previously learned vocabulary. It does colors. Now you see that the lesson was not only about practicing new material. It was also about brainstorming what students already know or what they have learned a long time ago. Then, if you were following the demo in your books, you may have noticed I made some changes in the procedure. Can you tell me what they were and why they were made? There were 2 changes in the procedure and they were aimed at different goals. First, after we revised how to make full negative answers, I asked my students to go back to the exercise 1. Remember, when we were working on that task, students were to answer the questions using short answers. Now, when they revise how full answers are made, they need some practice. But don't forget that while practicing, we start with the simple task and then switch to the more complex one. I felt that it could be hard for my students to start working on the speaking task right away, where they need to make questions and provide full answers at the same time. That's the reason I chose to ask them to go back to the task where they have already used short negative answers, and now they have the opportunity to practice turning short answers into the full ones. Then, what was the second change made by me? Exactly. I swapped the order of the exercises 3 and 5. As you have noticed, the homework exercise I set for my students was about correcting the mistakes in the text from the exercise 3. I felt that my students might get confused if we start working on the text, then switch to the grammar revision and a later speaking practice, and then I tell them to continue working on the text at home. There will be no consistency. That's why, if you choose to follow the procedure suggested by the course book without changes, then you'd better do the exercise 4 right after your students find mistakes in the text. And only then you can switch to the speaking task 5. In that case, you will have to prepare another homework activity beforehand. It was the last stage of the lesson, and I hope now you have the idea of how you would adapt this lesson to your classroom, according to your students' needs and interests. You know your students and their potential. You know what will and what won't work with them. So don't hesitate to make small changes in the procedure if you feel that your students will benefit from it. Our analysis has come to an end now. If you want to know more about the efficient teaching techniques, watch our T-Club series and we will share more tips with you. Thanks a lot for your attention, and that's it for today. I hope that this demo lesson was useful for you. If you have any questions regarding the lesson, or if you want to clarify the points which are not clear to you, please feel free to contact us through our website. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.